Hi, welcome to Soapbox Sunday, our little corner of YouTube where we're going to climb up on an old school soapbox, but not today. I'm going to stay seated because this is the new cat. No. Okay. Welcome to Soapbox Sunday. The concept came from in the old days, people used to go to public squares and they used to get up on top of the soapbox and speak their voices, speak their truths. And we're going to do that today too. We're going to climb up or sit down on our soapbox and start speaking about our vision of a civil society and the love revolution that we are creating. And we want you to be a part of it. Hi, I'm Kim, Great White Owl. I'm 72 years old and I've lived long enough to see how our justice system can break people and how love and truth can put them back together.
Hi, I'm Kitanna. I'm a 26 Filipina. I'm a part of a generation that grew up in mass incarceration, pandemics, social media, all at once. I'm still fighting for my own freedom and liberation inside myself, in my relationships, and in a world that doesn't always know how to properly model the becoming of a young woman of color. Together, we are two generations. Together, we are two stories. Together, we are standing on one little digital soapbox.
Yeah. So let's talk about the word soapbox. Like I said, back in the day, literally people would get on wooden boxes that were held in public forums. No fancy titles, no special permission, like getting a permit. Just a person on a soapbox with a message. Soapbox Sunday is a digital version. It's a space for ordinary people like you and us to say, I see something. I've lived something. I believe we could do better as human beings.
I believe we could do better as human beings.
Our message is simple and big at the same time. We want to talk about a civil society. Well, you're saying get on with it then. All right. But I hope you can agree that you want to spark a love revolution where justice and mercy walk together instead of canceling each other out.
So, this Soapbox Sunday calls for a specific type of people. We are also wanting the heartbeat of this project to invite women who are sitting in jail or prison, women coming home on probation, parole, or in reentry programs, their kids, their parents, friends and foes, their partners, and the communities that have to decide, do we only punish and shame, or do we learn how to repair and welcome people back?
We believe reintegration isn't just about opening a gate, it's about becoming a people of good character and virtue, about being accountable for your past, your future, and your present time, and build a society that has grace of restorative justice. A society doesn't throw people away, but doesn't lie about harm either. That's what the future podcast and curriculum is about. We are two generations, and this is our lived experiences. We want you to hear the voices of two generations of U.S. citizens fighting for our own freedom and liberty. I'll start. I'm 72. I've lived through civil rights struggles, war protests, the war on drugs, and mass incarceration. My dark night of the soul came during COVID, when my own family shattered. I witnessed elder abuse, and I was unlawfully arrested. Standing in the jail cell, I realized we are making criminals out of people on the worst day of their lives. That moment woke me to how our system punishes instead of heals, and it set me on the path of restorative justice, especially for women.
I am 26. I grew up with the birth of social media, school lockdown drills from gun violence threats or gun mass shooting threats, a world where it's normal for someone to have a parent or a partner, maybe even cousins in prison. So, as a Filipino woman, I've seen and felt racism, colorism, sexual discrimination, and grievance around the genocides and ecocides happening in our time. I've felt and experienced expectations to be quiet, to be polite, and grateful no matter what I'm going through. And although those come with its own gifts, the pressure to be perfect on the outside while I'm struggling inside with understanding collective anxiety, identity crises, depression, and questions about who I'm supposed to be.
Mm,
So, my fight for freedom and liberation is about learning to tell the truth about my own trauma,
mm,
taking responsibility for my choices, and refusing to let systems, labels, and other people's expectations to define my worth. So when I met Kim and heard her story, I realized something huge. Our generations are carrying different pieces of the same wound and the same hope.
Hope.
I carry the memory of what this country has promised, and has failed to deliver.
And I carry the urgency of a generation that's done being quiet about it. So together, we want to imagine and build a different way forward.
Our vision for a civil society as a love revolution. When we say civil society, we're talking about our families, our churches, mosques, temples, circles, AA, 12-step rooms, neighborhoods, communities, schools, all the places in between, just me and the government, where we actually learn how to live together.
And when we say love revolution, we don't mean something soft and fake. We actually mean telling the truth about harm, practicing restorative justice, asking who was harmed, what they need, and how we repair. Restorative justices that also help with not just victims, but the harm doers itself. Expecting women who come home from prison to be women of character and accountability, and expecting communities to offer real second chances in housing, in work, in faith spaces, in relationships, a sort of redemption that gives them the grace to say, we accept you, and we look forward to continue building with you.
So, how are we going to do this? How are we going to create a movement of restorative justice? We plan on doing a future podcast where we discuss these issues. We'll follow that up with a curriculum where people can go and study about how to be a citizen in a civil society. Because face it, we don't have dialogue anymore. We can't listen to both sides of the issues or all the complexity of who we are. So we want to unite through our common ground, and that's this land we call the United States. So, what I want to say about the podcast, we're hoping to start it the middle of May. We will explore how this country was formed, its promises, and its deep wounds. Talk about what it means to be human in systems that often disempower and dehumanize us. Share stories of women and community practicing restorative justice for real.
We will also want to ensure that we are respective of the land we are on, in which what was named Turtle Island. So, United States on Turtle Island. So, this curriculum that we are wanting to explore with other folks who feel this calling is through the Academy for the New Humanity.
Yeah. That's who we are.
This is where we're going to help teach women, inside and outside, what it looks like to grow in character, virtue, and accountability. What does that look like? How can we frame that? Help communities understand oppression so that we don't unconsciously become oppressors ourselves. So, like Paulo Freire warned in Pedagogy of the Oppressed, if we're not conscious, the oppressed can become the new oppressors. We'd also like to lay out a kind of map for the next 250 years. And that's shooting pretty big. But I believe that it's possible for us to envision that.
I believe that it's possible for
It's possible for us to envision that in the importance of how we might become people who choose repair over revenge, love over hate, and restoration over destruction.
So, like I said, we propose the podcast to be launched. We're hoping by Mother's Day. At the same time, we're creating a website with a landing page that will have the first course content ready by Mother's Day. It's ambitious, but we're ambitious people.
Because love revolution is on.
Yeah, we got to share our love. Because so many of our hearts, we are carrying this work for our mothers, daughters, and grandmothers.
So between now and the launch, Soapbox Sunday is our weekly check-in with you. We'll be here each Sunday to share pieces of Kim's, mine, and stories of people who have been impacted by incarceration. Break down big ideas about justice, history, and healing into real life, tangible languages. Ask honest questions about what freedom and second chances truly look like.
So some weeks it might seem more furious, and some weeks it may be more reflective, but we will always shoot for the roots of love, truth, and, and restorative justice. Now, let me bring it down to earth with two American voices, two imaginary citizens based on very real stories we've heard and witnessed. First, meet Tanya, who it's 27 years old. I grew up bouncing between foster home, and by the age of 14, I was on substances. By 19, I was locked up. People looked at my record and think they knew me. They did not see the nights I cried out to God, the AA meetings where I finally told the truth. The way I'm trying now to be a better mom from the distance. I'm fighting for my freedom, not just from prison. I'm fighting for the freedom of shame from repeating the same story. I want to come home and actually be someone my daughter can be proud of. But I need a community that believes I can change, and I need the tools to become that woman.
So now me, Miss Gloria, 63. And the story goes like this. I watched this country change. I've seen civil rights marches on TV, and I've seen mass incarceration swallow whole neighborhoods. My own son went in. My own son went in and out of the system. Now my granddaughter is writing to me from jail. I love God. I love this country. But I'm tired of watching us throw our own children away. I want to be part of a civil society, not just a fearful one. I want my church, my town, my state to know how to tell the truth about harm and still make space for healing and return. I'm fighting for liberation too, from bitterness, from despair, from the belief that nothing can change.
2 generations, 2 different lives.
Both hungry for freedom and liberation, not just on paper, but in everyday lived experiences.
So we have a call of action and engagement. If any part of this stirs something in you, we'd love for you to walk this road with us.
Here's how you can jump in right now. So
Jump,
subscribe.
jump, jump. Off the soapbox. Jump, jump, jump.
Subscribe to the channel. Don't miss a Soapbox Sunday. Comment below and tell us where you're watching from, who you're carrying in your heart, a daughter, a sister, a friend, or just yourself. Share this video with someone who cares about justice, restorative justice, healing, or second chances.
By Mother's Day, again, we are hoping to drop the link to our new landing page and our first course material. After that, we'll announce our official podcast launch date. And in closing,
We're just 2 women from 2 different generations standing together on one
little soapbox. But we believe that if enough of us stand up for love, truth, restorative justice, we can help change the story for women, for families, for this country.
And we'll
see
see you on
the
Soapbox Sunday.
Until then, dancing in the moonlight.